weather wasn't looking good to my dad, and he was hearing the report, so he decided to stop early.
Scott, being an influencer and his life language shows through very, very clearly in the way he presents, and I love that there's a lovely, healthy humour and banter about it as well, so people can relate. This is not just a couple that come in from a priestly sort of an attitude, but they're one of us. They've travelled the journey and they're authentic in their message, and I love that.
And I think, and all the little video clips, the songs, all of that work together, and it just breaks it up, and it just adds that much more fun, but also that you are going to remember what you've learnt for the day.
So good.
So it was really, really good. I loved it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'd recommend it very, very highly to anyone that wants to run it, whether you're a church group, whether you're a business, anything in leadership, charitable organisations, anything like that would really benefit.
Yeah. They'll notice things, they'll notice if the floors are clean, they'll notice if there are dishes in the sink that need to be done. And it's so practical that they just want to get on with it. They just want to get into action and do this. This language does not like to be idle at all.
So for me, pretty much the same with everyone, it really helped clarify sort of the way that I'm wired, understanding who I am, the way that I operate, and the way, sometimes, so I'm a high contemplator, and you know, my mover is my lowest, but mum's a high mover. So that kind of explained a lot of sometimes what I'm buying. But it really clarified like what she needs, and I'm hoping she realises like what I need. But being able to, it helps. What you really learn is how to bridge the gap between the different languages and how to communicate in a way that you both feel respected and loved and cared for and valued. So that's something that I really took out of it and really appreciated.
The bigger picture of the globe, or the thinking about what's happening in the big picture. Where are we going? How are we going to get there? You hear this with pastors or with leaders often. The big picture of what we're looking to do is this grand thing. And sometimes what happens, right, is when we're casting a vision, other languages aren't caught up to where that vision is, and they can't see it.
Because I feel like I'm getting to know you even more when you're up here. Okay, so what did you get out of yesterday? What was the main top thing that you really enjoyed about the life languages?
I think it's the interaction with everybody and recognising the differences, that the emphasis, particularly Scott, kept on going on saying, don't put it in boxes. And that emphasis to me was fantastic, because it's very, you go to something like this and you tend to categorise people as being, oh, that person's like that or that's like that, and it's not really like that. We're all different, and you can have a particular characteristic, and what we're trying to do is to recognise those differences in order to better react with them, not to put someone into a category and say, well, they're like that and therefore I might like that or I might not like it. It's a matter of being able to communicate and have a better relationship with everybody.
I loved how they just complemented each other. They just flowed, one after the other. There was just a real unity in that.
And I think the best thing for me was how simplified and how it was explained was very easy to understand and very entertaining at times. But yeah, and how Scott and Nicole worked together and bounced off each other was fantastic.
My husband's an amazing man, by the way. He didn't pay me to say that either. But where we have distress flares is when Rex is a visionary, and I was amazed to find that I had quite a bit of shaper too, but he sees the big picture and I see the detail. And our dialogue seems to be, honey, could you just get with the big scene first before you get down into the detail? And that's where we've had, not distress flares so much, but lively conversations. So we learned so much. Good way to put it. We learned so much yesterday about, well, everyone really, but it was just for us that was a big one. So. It makes me know we've got tools now. We can, dialogue well. Thank you.
The producer can do. They can get into micromanaging and they can want to manage what someone else should be managing.
We're very appreciative of Scott and Nicole coming down to all the way from Sydney to run up in our church, and we love the program, and it's so valuable. We highly recommend it, them and it.